It's the JT Cho Show!
10, 9,
6,
5,
1.
Action. Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the JT Show. I'm your host, JT, and today is July 14th, 2020, and this is episode number 40 of the JT Show. Yeah, I do that a lot. So I've been bringing guests on. We've been playing a couple like Would You Rathers, which all my friends and people who I've been talking to, they really like. So I'm bringing on another guest today. We're going to be talking about a bunch of random subjects today. So before I start into bringing in my guest, just t-shirts are ordered officially. They're on the way. They should arrive, I think, on the 28th of July. That's what the email said. So check your boxes. If you ship them to me within 2 business days, I am hoping to send all the shirts out that I have. So once I get the shirts, if I don't already have your address, just hit them up to me. But shirts are ordered. I do have a couple extras and larges and extra larges, but I ordered a couple for myself because this could be the only shirt that I make. I could never make it. I could always stay at the level that I am, never go above. But hey, that's the risk you take. But I enjoy doing the podcast. Remember, this is the road to 100. Stand-up comedy is at a standstill right now. It sucks, I just want to make it, that's all I want to do. But those are some things that are coming up, but I'm going to bring on our guest today. He was actually the first guest on the JT Show. By the way, my hair is just not fucking cooperating today, and I don't know why. Okay, so yeah, he was the very first guest on the JT Show. The last time you saw this man, we were filming in location, which I prefer to do with the guest, in Florida. And I asked him to be on the 40th because it's the big 40. So let's give it up for old Frankie Gray Bars. Yeah, dude, look at this official studio. Ooh, man. There we go. What's up, Frank?
How are you?
Good, dude. Ever since I did this with Prather, I was thinking about getting like a cheap iPad so it could be bigger, and then like I would put that said iPad, I would make like a mannequin or something and like tape it to it. So then and then have them just sitting next to me. But
kind of like Big Bang Theory, Sheldon.
Yeah, essentially along the same lines. I'll give you guys a little secret. I watched The Big Bang Theory. I enjoyed it. So to all you haters out there that are like, "Oh, the show's filled with like stupid nerd stuff that doesn't make sense," like, "Oh, the World of Warcraft, Star Trekies," and you're like, well, "No, that's 2 different things." But I liked the show. It was enjoyable.
It was. Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
I mean, good cast, good supporting cast, funny jokes, and I don't care. It was a good show. Get off my ass. How's everything been with you, Frank?
Everything's good. Just quarantining during these crazy times still, and going to school.
Yeah, man. I do not mind staying at home all the time. Like, don't get me wrong. It's nice to go out and about, and I still walk around in the parks and stuff. Right now, I'm taking a break though. My back's been just murdering me, so I canceled golf twice. Okay, that's how real this is. So I've just been icing and heating and stretching. If it doesn't go away, and I'm going to say another 4 or 5 days, I'll just finally go use my insurance and go see a specialist. But as for right now, I'm just doing the old man lazy way.
But 30 hit you pretty hard.
Dude, 30 hit me, and then my body's just like, no more sports. You're done. You're just gonna sit in your house and paint. That's all you're gonna do. What's the weather been like lately in Florida?
Hot and humid.
Hot. What's your highs?
Most of the. So yesterday it was in at least over here on the St. Pete side, it was in the 90s, but the humidity made it feel like 100.
Right.
And so it's been 90s, mostly high 80s, mid 90s, and then the humidity bumps it up. But I guess that's the price you pay when you live close to the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed your spot. I was when I introduced you, I said, we filmed in person. I had a little trip. I basically found a flight from Michigan to Florida for under $100. And I literally got off of work on a Friday morning. I flew down to see Frank, and then I came back on Monday. It was pretty great. Quick little turnaround trip, you know?
It was, especially because it was cold and wintry up in Michigan, and you got to come down and enjoy
I will say
the weather for a little bit.
It was cold, okay? Like, the hardest thing for me was leaving my winter jacket in my truck, because I parked in the overhang, which is less than if you walk outside, it's probably less than 100 yards to your car. So I'm not gonna bring a winter coat on a plane just for 100 yards in the cold. I'll just wear the hoodie that I had been. But what threw me off about Florida, though, was it wasn't the temperature. It was nice and warm outside, and it was cool to walk around at nighttime in December in your shorts. But the air conditioning was murdering me. Like, your air conditioner was set at like 72, which is the norm, for like a pretty cool house. And I was sitting here like, God damn, is it like negative 16 in your house, Frank? And you're like, dude, it feels good. And I'd just be like, dude, my whole body's all fucked up from this weather pattern,
Yeah, in the summertime we have it, like right now it's set on 68.
Oh, wow. That's chilly.
And I guess that's kind of what you have to do when dealing with the heat outside all the time. And I actually learned recently, I didn't know this was a thing, but if you keep in an area where it's really humid in the summertime, or if you keep your temperature constantly on instead of auto,
right,
you will. If you keep it on, it allows for mold to grow. Whereas if you put it on auto, once the kind of the air conditioning reads the temp inside the house.
Yeah.
So it's getting a little hot. We got to turn it on. It sucks that hot air back out and kind of wicks the moisture away, so it keeps from mold growing. So I just learned that recently. So now I have it set to auto. Yeah,
when I moved to said casa, the first thing I really wanted to do is get one of them Nest things for the house. My electric company has tried to give me like 3 of them, but I already have one. But I get the rebate through them anyways. And setting your temperature from your phone at work, like in the winter, I'll do like an auto feature. It's called Eco Mode, and basically you can set the highs and lows. So if it dips under a certain temperature, the heat will kick on, and if it gets over a certain temperature, the AC kicks on. And so basically, like, last month's electric bill was phenomenal. I had the windows open for like 2 weeks straight. There's another trick. People are gonna be like, this is fucking boring. Okay, I'm old, I'm 30. Another trick from like, okay, so let's say it's like a 72, 73 degree day. This doesn't apply to you, Frank, but if you have a basement, okay, you can set your fans on and it will blow the fucking cold air from the basement into your house. So it's sort of just like turning on like a weird fan setting for your house, but you don't have to actually turn on your AC sometimes. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, my dad told me that, and then like he was just like, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then this last year, he was just like, yeah, it was hot. I was about to turn on the air. And I was like, why don't you just blow the cold air from the basement? And he's like, oh yeah, I totally forgot. And I was like, how do you tell me and then you forget, But he might be a little bit said older. By the way, I want to thank you for getting a T-shirt.
Oh, of course.
Super appreciate that. We are on episode 40. Who thought I'd get here? I mean, the internet's free. It's not free, but you can literally throw up almost anything, and then you can throw up a lot of things to the general public. But basically, doing this podcast, I know my stand-up's at a standstill, so I haven't been able to talk about my processes and stuff. But I've got some really good friends that have listened along the way, and you're like pretty much like one of my top fans. My top fans are like you, Miller, Pep, and Villarreal. Cut every once in a while. I'd say in that order, like are my top fans. But I do appreciate it, Frank.
Of course, as Prather said on your last episode, you got to support your buddies.
Yeah. Yeah. So you already saw episode 39 with Brad Daddy.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yep. It was a great episode.
Dude, Prather. Okay, one. You remember what it felt like the hangout with Prather because he knew Euchre and he drank Coors.
Yeah.
You gave him that Coors Light cooler.
Yeah.
I forgot how fun it was to talk with Prather. But if with good friends, you can just pick up the conversation like it never left off.
Yeah.
And he hit me up afterwards. We got done with it, and he's like, yeah, let's chat real quick. And I was like, give me like 30 seconds. So I just edited my video real quick. We talked for another 25 minutes, and then I'm throwing on my Xbox headset. And he's like, you about to run sticks? And I'm like, yeah, of course, dude. This is my life. I'm single, ladies, but I'm single. I don't have any kids. I have very little responsibilities, so I play a lot of Xbox. And we got 2 dubs. Cut was on first, and then me and, of course, okay, Prather's beer of choice is what?
Coors.
Yeah, Coors Light. And so on the podcast, I was going to be like, oh, look, I got a Coors Light, and he had like 5 stacked already. So then we're like drinking responsibly, but we're busting some cold ones with the boys on the podcast, and then, we continue drinking into Call of Duty, and even though I play with Cut almost every day on Call of Duty, we all drink beers together like we did last night, and it sort of still feels like drinking with your buddies. And that's what girls don't understand.
They don't. They think, oh, you're not paying attention to me, like, because Nikki gets it. I mean, yes, there have been times that I have slept in way too late.
Hey,
and I should have gotten
I
up
like
and
Nikki, too.
I love her to death. I wouldn't be married to her if I didn't.
Frank, I'll say this
but
about Nikki real quick. I can see her side sometimes, but I'm just not going to say that.
No, I can see her side most times. But she also understands, especially with quarantine and not being able to get out as much. Like you said, there's this thing about hanging out on the sticks, talking to each other, like last night, for example, and you forget more or less, I guess, that you're in your own house. You think back to the times where we were all playing euchre, drinking Takavaka, me yelling at Munger because he cheated in euchre, and then the cops getting called. It's that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's like you see some internet stories like my dad met his internet friend for the first time, and like they like met at a bar and like had some drinks together. Have you ever experienced that or no?
No, because the majority of the people I've played with online were people that I knew. I worked around.
So we've been talking about like internet lately. Like I got high-speed internet in 2008. I had a PlayStation 2 most of my career playing video games, and I only got internet on the PlayStation 2 in like the last 2 months it was available. So I basically saved up all my money in 2008 when I got Halo 3, I got Call of Duty World at War, finally got an Xbox. I used to get my ass kicked at Halo 2, man, just because I didn't have an Xbox. If you didn't have an Xbox and you went to a fucking Halo party, nobody wanted to be your fucking partner, okay? And these are parties where like 8 dudes, like you ever have LAN parties back in the day too? Like no one will ever fucking experience that. You just hook up all the consoles to an in-house network, and then you just play each other. It's fucking mad wild. But basically, when I got my Xbox through a friend like that I knew in real life, he's like, yeah, I've been playing with this, like, they called themselves the Mads, the moms and dads, okay? So I'm like 19, I'm 18. He's playing with this one dude, his name was Divers. His official Xbox name was Divers Do It Deep. Zingers. but he was pretty good, and I played with him, and it wasn't weird because we were winning. Okay, we were like good conversation. He had a funny laugh. He had a southern accent. At the same time, I'm playing with like a 15-year-old kid. Okay, his name was Rusty Spoons when I met him. He actually on we made a clan together on Xbox called the Camp Clan. And boy, on Call of Duty and those old lobbies, that used to piss people off, dude. Because we won camp, we would rush and search and destroy. But so basically, I played with Trevor from 2008, and I still play with him every once in a while. He's got a PC now though. But it was 2016. I played Xbox with this kid for 8 years. He's like 22 now, or 21, and I go to the Denver Bronco Packers game in Colorado, and he's like, "Yo, I'm on this campus, an hour north." So I head up to that campus, and he's like, "I'm at work, but you can walk up to the store." So I walked up to the store, and it was the first time hearing his voice in person. I was like, "That's so fucking weird." He's like, "Right," and I was like, "What's up, man?" And then I got the party at a college. It was wild. And then I parked my car at Diver's house because I drove to Dallas. I found a round trip ticket for $100 when I was in the military from Texas to Michigan. So I drove 6 hours to the Dallas airport. And instead of paying parking prices, I parked my car at a guy who I played Xbox with that I've never met before. And like before I left on my plane, I showed up early and we went out. We met for like some Texas barbecue, and he like taught me a little bit about Texas barbecue because I was gonna get the pork. He's like, "You don't come to Texas for the pork. You come to Texas for the steak." And I was like, "Son of a bitch, man! Why have I not been realizing that?" You know. And I know I'm talking a lot. I will say this though: the best steak that I've ever had, to this day, is from Texas Roadhouse in Lubbock, Texas. I got a T-bone, and I got it medium. Came out perfect, juicy, hot, everything good with it. So it must have been from Hereford, Texas, the beef capital of the world. Right?
It's horrible to drive through that town on your way to Amarillo.
Yeah, who wants to go to Amarillo?
Amarillo by morning.
Amarillo by morning.
The closest I think I've ever come to a similar story, and I think I met him once, was I was playing Call of Duty Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 back in 2010.
Right.
And I had gotten, guys I had worked with had gotten off the sticks, and they're just like, "All right, I'm going to bed." And I said, "Well, I'm going to stay up a little bit longer and play."
Right.
And in matchmaking, I start talking to this dude.
Hey Frank, I'm gonna get a refill on coffee. You keep going, okay?
Cheers. Yep. I start talking to this dude, and his clan tag or whatever seemed a little, it was a little military-ish. And so I had asked the question. I was like, "Hey, are you in the military?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm in the Air Force." I was like, "Oh, that's super cool." And I said, "So what do you know? What do you do?" And he told me he's maintenance. So we're talking a little bit longer. I told him I was security forces. And I come to find out, just by happenstance, this guy was stationed at Cannon.
Wild.
Just matchmaking, you know what I mean? Like, just random out of the millions of people playing the game. I happened to run into a maintainer from Cannon.
Yeah, especially on Call of Duty. That's so random.
And so I happened to run into him. The only time I met up with him in person, we played a little bit after that, a couple different times and stuff. But I had actually ran into him on shift.
Right.
Back in like 2010-ish on the flight line.
Hilarious.
So that was pretty cool. It's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And so that was about as close as I've ever come to. But I wasn't playing with him the amount of time that you were playing with that one guy.
What's funny about Xbox 2 is I had a certain flight chief for a little bit of my career who one day he's like, "Taylor, you game?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." And he's like, "Come on, drop the formalities at this point. It's Saturday, And I'm just like, "Yes, sir." And he's like, "Come on, Taylor." And I was like, "Okay." And he asked me what I play, and then I ended up he smoked a vape, and I had a vape too. I owned a vape, okay, I'll admit it. So we just fucking bullshitted for like an hour at one of the posts about video games. And then he starts following me on Twitch, which he still does. But then like I would see him out and he'd be like, "What's up, Taylor?" And I'd be like, "Dude, it's so weird now that like if I stream, there's a possibility that my flight chief's gonna be watching." So I just didn't stream for a while. I was just like, I was just like, I just don't want to say. We all talk shit. That's the thing, though. We all talk shit, but it's like, it's good shit. If I ever talk shit about my friends, I'll say it to their fucking face. That's my whole philosophy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna say anything behind your back that I won't. I will call you on the phone and be like, "Frank, you're being a lazy piece of shit." And I'm not gonna be behind. Like, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Frank's being a lazy piece of shit," and then I'm gonna tell you, "Hey, hold on, I gotta mute with this mic." Shut up. Okay. My dogs hate bicycles, dude. I don't know why. Okay. Maybe their parents. They're two separate rescue dogs. Okay. Yeah, I'm a rescue owner. You can thank me later. But it's like both their parents were fucking murdered with bicycles in front of them as puppies because people walk by my house and nothing happens, and then a bike rides by my house and these fucking dogs are like, "Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here." I don't know what it is, man.
My dogs go nuts just randomly as well. But what sucks is, it's a loud bark, so it kind of hurts your ears. But with Kira now, it startles her, so she'll start crying, and then I get really mad.
Yeah, having a baby,
especially when she's trying to take a nap. She's falling asleep, and then one of them will just bark.
Yeah. So I picked a couple topics. I told you we are gonna do a couple would you rather's. I told you to do a little bit. I only told you to research one thing, but let me ask you a quick question before we start one of the segments I had planned today.
Okay.
If you went to Alaska to visit Pepper, you've never heard me say any of this, but because I know Pepper will watch. But I'm going to ask you a question. If you went to Alaska for a week, would you want to take one of your days and go pan for gold?
Yeah.
Oh, man, fuck. I said, fuck no, dude. Like, I've done it. Have you ever done it before, though?
No, that's why I would do it.
Okay, so growing up, I went on like a field trip where we did it. And then in Boy Scouts in Philmont, New Mexico, we did it. So I've wasted my time looking for whatever. So like yesterday he hit up, cause we all got we all have our own little chats with our friends. Like I have a group chat with Pepper, Cut and me. And then I have Team Pepper, which is him, his wife, and me. And then we've got our Facebook group with Munger and all of them. But Pepper, we share like NFL memes and the one with Cut and stuff. And he hit me up and he was like, "Yo, you want to?" He's panning for goal, and I was like, "Absolutely not, dude." And he's like, "You're only saying that because Cut said it was lame." And I was like, "Dude, I've done it before." And then Cut's like, picking bottles out of trash can makes you more money because if panning for gold paid more than that, then you would never see homeless people picking up cans anymore. They'd all be panning for gold. Could you imagine that world though? Like this might sound a little cynical, and if you're homeless, I'm sorry, dude. You're down in your luck. I was raised on you make your own choices and end up sometimes where whatever. It sucks. The world's hard. But the thing is, could you imagine like how much more murders there would be over gold like back in the day? Because like you'd have homeless people panning for gold just to buy some fucking rock, and then you'd have another homeless person waiting to hit that motherfucker with a rock to take his money to the gold pawn shop to get fucking cash to go buy some fucking rock, dude. Because
it would be nuts.
Yeah, it would just be like, yeah, we were actually talking about that the other day too. Because like, just imagine how, and we had a question we never answered either, is how many like rich people in America's original wealth was founded from the gold rush. So that's going to be like, I'm going to do a little bit of research on that. Like, what prominent family, is there a famous rich family that started during the gold rush, essentially? You know what I'm saying? Like, if the Kardashians' great grandpa was a gold miner, keeping up with Khloe's 9 fucking plastic surgeries. Anyways, so I'm at work. I'm reading a Yahoo article. It's like 20 things you didn't know about your favorite brands. This is a bad example because I don't remember. The little Pringles face guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave his name. I forgot what it was. Never even thought he would have a name. But one of the fun facts was about Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Okay, so one of the fun facts was every employee at Ben and Jerry's ice cream gets to take 3 pints of ice cream home a day. And I was like, a fucking day? Like every fucking day? I was like, there's no fucking way. That's so much ice cream. Like, so I did some investigating. Okay, I went to Ben and Jerry's to contact us. I said, hey, I read this Yahoo article. Thanks a lot, dogs. But here, hold on. Let me mute my mic. Hey, shut up! Hey! Anyways, hold on. Hey! My roommate's coming home, so they're not going to stop. Anyways, so I hit him up, and I basically explained, is this true? And what's her name? I don't even know what her name is. Her name is Noreen. So Noreen from Ben & Jerry's got back to me in a promptly manner, and she said, thanks for reaching out. We do get to take home 3 free pints of Ben & Jerry's ice cream each day we work. It's an amazing perk. We have employee freezer that is stocked with ice cream. I'm not sure who stocks it or what flavors they choose to put in the freezer, but it just magically appears. I hope this helps. Thanks for being a fan. So I was like, damn, dude, if I was taking home 3 pints of ice cream every day, what flavors would you take home?
So, first, is that like employees that work in their corporate offices, or?
I think employees that work in their corporate offices. I don't think there might be a separate policy for smaller stores, like, stores of Ben & Jerry's ice cream, but it's probably at their, like, HQ, most likely.
Okay. But if I had to pick 3, I'm going to go chocolate chip cookie dough.
Okay.
Half baked.
That's solid choice.
And brownie batter core.
Fun fact, when it was cut week and he came to visit, we were offered diets, so we were buying tons of ice cream. And on the last day, he forgot to eat his ice cream. So when he got home to Cali, I was eating the last flavor you chose because he's a chocolate-holic. He's a chocolate-holic? How do you say that?
Chocolate-holic.
Chocolate-holic. There you go. Yeah, he's like, I like chocolate, but I don't know. Ice cream's weird for me sometimes. But anyways, so he was just like, I'm so upset that I forgot to eat that. But and if I like the coffee. I really like coffee ice cream. I don't know. I'm a big fan of coffee. I'm drinking cold brew right now. The Tonight Dough, because it's got like bits and pieces of everything in there. And here's a question I thought about. Have you ever had the Tonight Dough?
Yes, I have.
All right. So Jimmy Fallon. So if he does get canceled, do we cancel the ice cream?
No.
Or do we just change the face on the Tonight Dough to whoever the new Tonight Show host is?
Probably do that.
I mean, he probably won't. I mean, I don't know. Cancel culture's weird. I don't like talking about it because, that gives them empowerment. But I like when certain celebrities stick up and they're like, chill the fuck out, man. We're cool. Just shut the fuck up. I mean, other times, like, yeah, you should call people out. But it's like, oh, my God, I went 19 years back and saw you tell your mom she sucks and you're a mean person. And you're like, dude, I'm like, chill. But, yeah, not a huge fan of them. But anyways, moving on to the next. I thought we could do a couple Would You Rathers.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I would hook my friends up with the fucking largest amount of ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would just be like, yeah, just take a pint home. I would probably get another freezer. And whenever my friends came over, just like, take whatever you want out of the fucking freezer. Or, I mean, they're probably like, don't sell this or you're fired. But, you could totally be like, 4 pints for $10, and you're just making $10. Let's see. I had this page pulled up. Would you rather questions for adults? So if you're a little kid, go ask your parents if you can listen to the word fuck. Let's see. Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life?
Lose a year off my life.
easy. I mean, I'm already halfway to 60, and then after that, it's whatever happens, happens. You know.
Yeah.
And realistically, a year in jail is a year off my life.
Yeah, it is, because when you get out, everything's different.
And like, it was probably so stressful, dude. You're always worried about like dropping the soap, and if like there's so like depending on what prison you're at,
Getting
man.
jumped.
Like, look, I don't condone racism, but it would be like, I mean, like, especially when you watch the prison shows, but. Holy shit, like, in jail, like, you're just a white dude who goes to jail, and then the Aryan Brotherhood's like, hey, man, you should join our fucking gang. Like, fuck no, like, I'm just here to do my time, get the fuck out of here, man. I ain't fucking down for that. And they're like, we're gonna fucking kill you. And you're like, there goes my only chance at an ally, and now they're already pissed off at me because I'm not a piece of shit.
It's like if you do just a kind of one of those low-level crimes, right? You know?
Yeah.
And then you get thrown into one of those prisons, and they put you in Gen Pop, and I'd be a bitch. I'd be scared. I mean, I guess you would have to man up at that point, but
I'd work out every day.
it would be. I would lose a lot of weight, but I would think.
Frank,
I need it. You know?
I could see you. I could totally see
Getting
you.
fatter.
No, I could see you walking in the cafeteria with your tray in an orange jumpsuit with your beard, and you'd just be like. Like you'd be in jail, you'd just be like smiling and like just, and they'd be like, "Why are you so happy?" You're like, "I'm still not in the military."
Yes, definitely. It's like, don't have to work off blood today.
My friends still send me a pack of cigarettes in the mail.
I think the scariest part about it is if you were forced to do something like to defend yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Like in a situation,
they just sort of like slap on more charges.
yeah, you know, like that you're in self-defense after they started a fight, and now you're in jail longer, and the guy still wants to kill you.
Because you can't snitch.
Yeah.
So when you get jumped and you try to defend yourself, you can't tell on the guy that did it, or you're gonna causing more problems.
I
You're gonna
was,
accept penalties.
and like I was and even though they're in prison, they always find out what you really got in there for. Whether it's the guards telling them secret information, whether it's them writing their relatives, word always gets around. A prominent case a couple years back was the guy in Wisconsin that kidnapped the girl who got out from underneath his bed, and then they found her. He went to a prison so he got convicted. They sent him to New Mexico, and like within like a couple days, someone was already trying to whoop his ass. And then I was watching like this little cop show on YouTube while I'm, taking a number 2, because that's when I watch most of the garbage in my life. Like that's where I watched High Time Trash, because I'm already taking a shit, so whatever. But it was this cop who went into jail like undercover. And this guy's like, "Who's your lawyer? What's this? What's this?" And he's naming off like all the things that you do when you get like sent to jail. And the guy's like, "I don't know." He's like, "How do you not know this? Are you a cop?" And I was like, "Damn, dude, he's getting fucking called out right off the ripper, dude. You're gonna fucking die."
I saw one documentary where obviously the biggest crimes that you don't want to go to jail for would be anything involving children.
Oh yeah, that's a
Oh, yeah.
This sounds morbid, but that's a justified death sentence. Like,
oh, it is.
See ya.
It definitely is.
You deserve this.
But I was in the documentary. They were talking about if you come into jail, and like you said, they know what you've done, or they can figure out what you've done.
Yeah.
If you don't more or less admit to it, and you lie about it, so like there was this, I guess, one guy in the documentary who was in there for like sexual battery on a minor.
Right.
But he lied about it. So when the other inmates were like, "Hey, what are you in here for?" He's like, "Oh, I'm in here for this," and he didn't even bring up what he really did.
Right.
And they found out, and his life was miserable.
Yeah.
And then, which rightfully so. And then there was another guy who's similar, who did something to a child. But he admitted it when he got to jail. And he basically, I guess, told the inmates, he's like, "Hey, I feel bad about what I've done. Hopefully I can learn from it, blah, blah, blah."
Right.
So they fucked with him for a little bit, but after some time, they kind of just let him be because he kept to himself, but he owned up to what he had done.
Right.
So he took his beatings and so on and so forth, and then kind of just pressed forward.
Just die already. No. But yeah, prison's weird, man. It's like the American justice system and all the conspiracy theories about prisons, and then you look at like different models of prisons, and you look at different because I'll read articles about like different prisons overseas and how they're like done. We don't have the worst system. I mean, I'd rather go to an American jail than like jail in Egypt,
Oh yeah,
or in the Middle East.
or South or Central America.
Yeah, period. But we're not even close to being the best. But I'm not an expert or anything. I'm just going off the things I read and here and there. I think it was Sweden's jails. They had like it looked like a college dorm, and then the basic was quit treating them like animals and help them recuperate, whatever. But I'm just like, yeah, dude, jail sucks. But I mean, like, you killed a guy. Like, if you were wrongly convicted, I'm sorry, our system sucks. But if you fucking murdered a motherfucker because it was like fun, then like you're fucked up, dude. Go to jail.
Yeah. The crime has to fit the punishment at times.
Right. Let's see. Man, I had this other page. Let's see. Let me backtrack to this one. I had a page loaded up, and then my computer restarted last night, because it was idling for so long. Okay, here's one. Would you rather lose your sex organs forever or gain 200 pounds for the rest of your life?
Oof.
So you lose your family jewels and your guy, okay, and then in return you can be fit, or you can be. I'd be pushing 420 right now. 420. I'd be a fat motherfucker.
I'm already halfway there, right?
You're probably okay. So like, okay, through the legal means, you can still go to Amsterdam and go pay for sex at 420 pounds. So you could still possibly have sex, but when you don't have any sex organs, you can't really have sex.
Yeah, but when you don't have sex organs, then you get to change your sizes. You can go purchase. You can still satisfy a woman.
Yeah,
But with
other means.
other means, yeah. You may not get physical pleasure out of it.
How'd you lose your sex organs? Oh, it was either that or be a fat piece of shit.
I played a would you rather game, and
Would you rather have no arms or no legs? This is one of my favorite ones.
I would no legs.
100%, dude. Too easy of a question. I would just play Xbox. That's all I do. I'm not here
And
to.
they have enough prosthetics.
I'm not here to play. Yeah, if you got like that guy who like killed his wife and was really good and he had prosthetics, I would get those and like run. But well, his name started with a P. It was like Pegasus or some dumb shit.
From
South Africa.
South America.
South
Yeah, South Africa.
South Africa. Yeah. Man, these are lame. Okay, here we go. Would you rather never have internet access again or never able to take an airplane again?
I think I could go. That's actually, I don't know. I think I could go without internet.
Rough. I would take the airplane. I would never do the airplane again because, international travel will suck. Like, yeah, I'm going to take a boat. But the fact that if you didn't have the internet, man, there's no Netflix and chilling. There's no Hulu. There's no Crunchyroll. There's just puzzles. And look, I still do puzzles.
More outdoor time.
Yeah, it's more outdoor time. But at the same time, like, I only want so much outside time. Okay, I have fair skin,
Yeah.
So would you rather smell terrible, but you can't smell it, or your partner smells terrible and you have to smell it? Yeah, I don't want to be. Nobody wants to be the stinky kid ever. Okay,
Yeah.
nobody ever wants to be the stinky kid. I believe that's a Big Daddy reference with. I think that's an Adam Sandler thing. Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in forever, but being the stinky kid is like the worst, and nobody ever wants to tell you either. Like,
Yeah, like they're afraid to say that. That's one of my, like, not even joking fears. So Nikki makes fun of me because she'll do laundry, right? And then I'll put on clothes. We're leaving or whatever. I'll shower. I'll put on clothes. I'll do what I have to do to the beard.
right,
And then I'll take Febreze and I'll Febreze myself down before I leave.
right,
She's like, "Why are you doing that? These clothes are clean." And it was because when I was a younger kid, I was the stinky kid at times. Because I guess I went through a phase when I was like 10 where I didn't want to bathe. I don't know why. And so I would go to school and I was the stinky kid.
right.
So to this day, it's one of those things that still kind of I get worried about. Especially living in an area where it gets real hot, and so sweating and then going and sitting in a classroom with a bunch of other kids. You're just like, oh God, do I smell?
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, I learned in college, like high school, man. Okay, so I've gone back and coached middle schoolers. Okay, and I can't remember. I think I started wearing deodorant in middle school, probably like after 5th grade, but just not like in high school. Okay, I'll tell you this story. I was scared. I wasn't really scared to take showers at high school. I never have, and I was a freshman. And the first day of gym class, we didn't really do gym. It's just orientation day. And then all the high schoolers were showering afterwards anyways. And like, I just threw on some Axe, okay? Because I'm just like, throw on some Axe, go back to class. And they're like, dude, why aren't you taking a shower? And I was like, oh, I didn't really sweat today, man. I just threw on some Axe. He's like, no, man. He's like, you don't want to be that guy, dude. He's like, it's no big deal, man. You think it's a big deal? It's no big deal. And then this other high schooler like jumped out. And he's like, and I'm the soap monster. And if you don't take a shower, we're gonna drag you in the shower because you don't want to be the stinky kid. And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, this is fucking terrifying. No, so like it was just after that, it was just like it was okay. You get over that hump, but I wish I could go back and tell my 7th grade self, like, dude, you fucking stink, dude. Like, you just got done playing football in your blue jeans, dude. You smell like shit.
Yeah.
I forgot my shorts today, so I'm playing fucking gym in my fucking blue jeans. I'm getting marked. I'm getting minus points because I didn't bring gym clothes today.
Most of us have probably at some point in our lives, even in the military, been stinky. I know there was a couple times, it's gross, but being out doing deployment training and being out in the field all day, and then I'd come back and I didn't want to shower. I was just so tired and beat and exhausted that I would just fall asleep in my own stank. And then I'd get up and shower in the morning. But
Right. Speaking of personal hygiene, would you rather have a relationship with someone who never showers or someone who never brushes their teeth?
someone who never brushes their teeth.
Ooh, for me, I think it's showers because I'll just get a pool or I'll Febreze her down, you know? Someone who never brushes their teeth, man, that's morning. I feel bad. I hate bad breath, man.
They could always Trident gum, sponsored by Trident, but Trident gum they could pop in some gum in their mouth. Obviously.
But how fast are they losing their teeth? They're going to have to get dentures. So, in the long run, you can get a gummy, but
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. This show's for 18 and up, even on YouTube. I say it's not for children. Don't cancel me. Don't blame me, parents. You're the ones who aren't monitoring your kids on the internet. It's all your fault. Let's do a couple more. Man, these are a lot of sex ones, man. So this one page that I was on, I was going to tell you this too. I don't care what your political views are. Because you can have your political views. I don't give a shit if you're red and I'm blue. I'm not. I don't care if I'm blue and you're red because I'm not. I don't affiliate like that because it's fucking stupid. But there's people that you meet every day that are like, especially like on Tinder and stuff, they'll be like, if you're a Trump supporter, swipe left. And I'm like, so you can't get over the fact that somebody likes a different political party than you. Like, you have to have the same fucking views. It's annoying. But on this page for Would You Rathers, two of the questions, would you rather have dinner with Donald Trump or Hitler? And then the second one was, would you rather have a sleepover at the Trumps or the Hitlers? And I was like, whoa, like Trump 100%, just because he's not murdering like 60 million Jews, was it? Was it 6 million? Whatever the number was. It was whatever the number was. Like he fucking everything that Hitler did is tenfold times like the shitty comments that people usually take out of context. I know he said some dumb shit. I'm not saying he's a perfect guy. I'm just saying that people like fucking hate that motherfucker, and they every little fucking thing they're like, oh, Donald Trump wore his shoelaces the wrong way. And I'm just like, dude, like just chill the fuck out and like go outside and get it the fuck off of Facebook, dude. Like, I don't give a shit what the man's doing, because like, what am I gonna, hey Donald, listen to me, okay? Like, no, like we're fucked.
You know what I think would be the funniest thing?
What's that?
I mean, if I was a single dude, and a woman would want to sleep with me.
Okay. Same boat.
And I'm on
Same
Tinder.
boat. Yeah.
And the girl goes, look, I don't love Trump, but I also don't hate him.
Yeah.
But if I saw a girl that said, if you like Trump, swipe left, I would swipe right.
Yeah.
I would go out with her, and then right as I'm about to finish,
wow.
And she looks at this vinegar face, I would scream MAGA.
Make America great again.
Just imagine to her face.
I mean, like, in my, man, I mean, when I was a kid, I used to troll the fuck out of people. I just don't care to do that anymore, because, you know, we only have so much time in a day, and I'd rather just play sticks or, you know, do some other shit. But back in the day, like, yeah, that'd be funny, but I just don't care anymore, really. I make sure my fucking circle's doing good. You know, I make sure, you know, I make sure my little community around me is doing good, you know, and
Yeah.
it's hard to worry and care about everything, you know, because there's like you can say a sad thing every single day that happens in the world. Like, you can just be like, this is happening in Egypt, and you're like, that sucks, and like, and I'm over here in America like throwing away fruit I didn't eat because I ate a box of Oreos instead. I don't have the answers, okay? I'm just bringing it to fucking light. Would you rather eat shit that tasted like chocolate or eat chocolate that tasted like shit? Chocolate.
I would rather eat shit that tastes like chocolate.
I'd rather eat the chocolate that tastes like... I'm not eating shit, dude. I'd rather be gagging on that chocolate. You know?
Even if your life depends on it?
I mean, how old am I, dude? No, I'm just joking. Go ahead, man. No, it's that lick the white dog turd. Lick it. No. Man, classic. Let's see. That one's too easy. Would you rather be the most be the funniest person in the room or the most intelligent person in the room?
I'm not naturally funny, so I would probably say intelligent. I mean, I'm not that intelligent either, but I would rather have intelligence over humor. Because I think you can kind of become funny if you have some intelligence, right? I
think Elon Musk is that example.
Yeah.
He's smart as all fuck, and he shares he's a meme lord. He memes.
I gotta start following him on Twitter.
Yeah, he'll tweet at random times, and he'll just like oh man, he'll like retweet the funniest. He's very good at like people like ask him things or like bring up valid points. Like this is why I like Teslas. Okay, my dream car right now is a Tesla. I'm years away from that, but people will be like, here's the problem I'm having. You're trying to sell us this shit and it's too much money and stuff like that. And he'll be like, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna make it free. And he'll just like he'll hear his customers out, as well as share hilarious memes. And some people like look into it, and other people are like, "Yeah, dude, he's really funny."
I'm gonna have to look into it because I've never really
Okay.
read.
Would you rather? Okay, last one. Would you rather be able to read minds or accurately predict the future? Man, I can't fucking talk.
Accurately predict the future.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, unless I was like Chris Angel mindfuck, you're thinking of hearts. I would rather predict the future just because I would just be the biggest sports gambler in the world. Yeah, I'm taking I'm taking the Blackhawks on this 30-1. Yeah, I'm gonna put $100 million on them. They're like, that's a crazy bet, and then they win it, and you're like, yeah, dude, give me my money. That's all I would do.
That I don't think I really want to know what people really think of me.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
dude.
mean?
Like, and you're in the middle of telling your story, and they're probably like, this piece of fucking shit, dude.
This guy never shuts up.
Dude, like, I mean, yeah, especially like if you look at the X-Men way, if you look at if you look at Professor X, like turn that. Can you turn that shit off? Sometimes like what if someone's thinking of some really fucked up shit? He's just trying to like enjoy like a meal with his other mutants, and you've got Deadpool, and he's just thinking about fucking, and he's just like, Deadpool, stop fucking thinking about sex, and he's just like holding a chimichanga, and he's just like, I fucking can't do it. That shit would get fucking annoying for me.
It would, especially if you live in like a populated area.
Oh
and you
yeah,
went out.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you would have to seclude yourself in like the wilderness just so you can just like not hear voices all the time, unless you built like a helmet out of aluminum foil and that was good enough to, block out the voices.
Yeah.
And then you go into like a psych ward. You're like, I hear voices, and they're like, you're fucking crazy. And you're like, no, I'm not. I'm Professor X.
Oh man, 2020. I mean,
It's wild.
anything's possible now.
It really is. I mean, one thing that I love about 2020 though, the memes have been fucking fire. Recently, the Will Smith meme, dude, has been, especially with security forces, fucking shit's hilarious, dude. I mean, yeah, it sucks what happened to that man, but goddamn, dude, with tragedy comes memes. Okay, Crying Jordan, fantastic meme. Crying Will,
Oh yeah,
even better meme. And
the internet stays undefeated.
yeah, and now I can finally fucking understand why the Egyptians have a bunch of hieroglyphics of pictures to tell stories. Because, like, you can meme a story now. You can.
Mm-hmm.
And it's wild. And I love, like, I love how fast they are. Like, when you watch, like, the Super Bowl, they automatically have memes for both sides, whoever wins and whoever loses. And I'm like, are you watching the Super Bowl, or do you just watch the Super Bowl to post memes to become a meme lord? Like what are you doing with your life? Like, you're just sitting here just making memes, dude.
And it just goes to show how creative people are too, which is really cool. Like I couldn't help some of my favorite memes out there were the whole Brian Williams, from NBC News,
The one who lied.
when he lied about being in a helicopter or something.
Yeah.
So then people started superimposing his face onto like historical pictures. So like the Civil War, they put his face.
I was there.
On Brian Williams, and like I was there. Like to this day, still my favorite meme.
Right.
When
Yeah.
people did that type of thing.
Pretty solid meme for sure. If you think about it, memes back in the day used to be like Bad Luck Brian, like the Penguin one. I mean, there used to be like so many classics. The Frog, Pepe the Frog, I think, and then Dat Boy came in. But like memes, the way that memes have evolved, every moment of your life can become a meme, and that's the fucking craziest thing. Especially with like I watch a lot of anime, you know this. So my subtitles are almost always on when I watch Netflix and Hulu. And now that people have that option and they use it a lot, when they screenshot certain scenarios in movies with the subtext and then make it that into a meme, everything can be a fucking meme, dude. Especially Star Wars memes, though, are my fucking favorite.
Yeah, porn memes are pretty funny too.
Oh yeah, those are solid. I saw a new Star Wars one last night too. It was here's another thing too. 2020, one good thing that's happening this year is Nickelodeon and Netflix came together, and Avatar: The Last Airbender is on Netflix now. Fantastic series. When it first came out, it was hot as fuck, and then like it didn't play as often as it did. I still haven't seen The Legend of Korra all the way through, but at the time that Avatar: The Last Airbender came out, and then the shitty movie after that, it kind of just dropped off. But because Netflix lets you watch whatever, it gave it a second life, and I think it's peaking higher than it peaked on Nickelodeon back when it was premiering. So since millennials and everyone's watching this show now, and it's so popular, again, there's so many fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender memes now, and I'm super happy about that. Which is the one I saw? Oh yeah, so I followed this one page and it was top 20 Appa memes, and there's an episode where Appa gets sold to a firebender who owns a circus, and someone like it's Appa looking pissed as fuck, dude, and he's like giving him like the shady eyes, and someone's like, what if Appa just killed this motherfucker right now? And then they showed the Emperor off of Star Wars, and he's saying, do it. And I was just like, yeah, dude, because you were totally like that, dude. You're like, fucking kill him, Appa. Like, have you ever watched that show?
I have not. That's Miller's favorite show, isn't it?
No, he fucking hates that show, dude. I don't know if he's clowning. He says he likes it. But, dude, it's like, if you like the shows that you've watched. The live action movie?
Yeah, that's the only time I've seen any.
We don't talk about that movie. It's not real. But if you watch the show, it's really good. Like some of the episodes are a little bit slower, but like once you kind of get into the role of things and you understand how it goes, the character development is fucking like they're given like okay, for instance, like there's a character that is very men do this, women do that, and throughout the show he kind of like matures and realizes that people like women can do anything as well as men. Essentially, he's only 14, so he's only like 14 or 15, so he didn't figure that out at first. But what I'm saying is like the way these characters develop and the life lessons that they teach, you're just like, holy fuck, dude, this is not only a good ass show, but it's not like smut either, you know? It's not like I'm watching Ren and Stimpy, you know?
Classic.
But yeah, basically I always keep my subtitles on, so sometimes I catch one, I'm like, it's too much work to do it, you know? I just I started Hunter x Hunter the week of my birthday, and I finished that 3 days ago.
Nikki and I are still pushing for it. We haven't watched the next episode recently. I'm on the one where
Go ahead.
Which one are we on? We're on the one where Gon and
Killua
are in that fighting arena.
The fight tower. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely good.
Where we're at.
After that, it picks up tenfold. But personally, I think it deserved more episodes. I'd like 100 more. There's so much that they're like, oh, let's introduce this new thing, and then you're like, oh shit, we're gonna do this for like 90 episodes. But that's not how it goes. It's just like, I liked it. I think it could have went longer, but I'm picking an old. So I'm still watching One Piece. I'm on 918 now. The new episode I think is 932. So once I catch up officially, which should be sometime next week, I'm gonna start 2 new animes, and one of them is gonna be like a classic. It's gonna be like a 90s classic, something like Outlaw Star or Trigun. Maybe if I can find somewhere to watch The Big O. But I want to watch, I like the older style, like Cowboy Bebop sense animes because, like, you know, let's see how far we fucking evolved, you know? Like, I like the kiddish ones, but, like My Hero, like, I love that shit. Naruto, fucking One Piece, Hunter X, I love those animes, but I also like Ghost in the Shell, Cowboy Bebop, some other older ones like Outlaw Star. I like both animation styles for sure.
Yeah, it was, you know, getting into it now after we had talked before, and then on the last episode I was on, we had talked about it.
Right.
I don't know what I've been missing, you know.
Yeah.
And so recently I haven't watched a lot of TV to begin with, as I, you know, with homework and everything, and I've been on, when I do get time to watch TV, I've been on a 90 Day Fiancé binge. If you've never seen, I love some trash TV.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel you there.
But once I start getting a little bit more free time, I'm definitely we're gonna push forward in Hunter x Hunter. I want to watch more Cowboy Bebop. But I finished the which one was it? The Netflix original.
Oh.
With Dracula.
Oh, Castlevania.
I watched all of those.
Yeah.
Great anime.
I was waiting on the third season, and then I just plowed right fucking through it.
A hell of a show.
Yeah.
And but Nikki and I want to watch there's a Viking. Because I've been on that Viking binge as well with the Last Kingdom and everything.
Yeah.
And then with that Assassin's Creed Valhalla coming out.
I'm buying
so
that
I've been on,
day one.
I'm stoked for that to come out November 20, right? Or 2021? No, November. I think it's November.
I think it's this year.
Yeah, I think it's November. But there's a Viking anime on Amazon Prime.
I'll have to do some research on that.
She sent me the trailer for it. It looks really good. So
you have to send me that
because
trailer.
I've been on that Viking bitch. Okay, I will. Yeah, I'll do that.
For sure.
It's really good.
Because, like, when I like to watch two animes at the same time. I like to watch a new one, and I like to watch one that's familiar. Kind of lets me... I've rewatched a lot of the series, like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That one's a sick-ass series. That one's on Netflix. Don't watch it's got to be Brotherhood. The difference between the two is one kind of went their own way, and the other followed the right way. So the Brotherhood is definitely better, and if you think the other one's better, we can fucking talk about it. But I'm laying some fucking hands down. But you know, and it kind of let's go back and forth because like, okay, here's my hardest problem with like, and I do this with The Office and stuff too, but in anime especially, I'm like, fuck, I gotta watch another one. Like something fucking crazy happens, I gotta watch another one. And sometimes I like the animes that aren't like that, where I can just be like, I want to watch one before I go to bed. And then you literally watch one and you're like, okay, time for bed, you know? But sometimes you watch anime and you're like, it's 5 in the fucking morning. I wanted to go to bed 2 hours ago. Like, but I'm still sitting up here watching this fucking shit because it's too good. When I was in college and I was watching Bleach to catch up with that, because here's how old I am. The first 60 some episodes of Bleach I watched on Netflix DVDs that came in the mail. So you could get them almost every 3 days. So I would get the mail in the morning at like 9 o'clock. I would put in the DVDs and I would try to watch all the anime episodes of Bleach that I could. And then try to make it to the mail station at the end of the day to ship it back in the box because I already ordered the next one. So that's how I like watched anime. And then I got a laptop at the college, and then it'd be like 1 o'clock in the morning. I try to go to bed at 2 or 3 in the morning, so I would tell myself be in bed by 2 so I can watch 3 or 4 episodes of Bleach. And then I didn't really, it takes a lot of shit, and I understand why, but because of that, I just didn't tell anybody that I watched it. So one time when it was part of a prominent ending. So I really like that, the Bleach arc that I was on, and it's toward like, I haven't watched any of the newer ones past it, but what happened was like basically everything that the show built up to be, this is like the final grand battle of the fucking series. And I like threw it on my laptop, threw it on the 32-inch TV I had in college, and I watched anime. And these two kids come in that I know. They're like, "Hey man, what's up, JT?" And I'm like, "Hey guys, can you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to watch this show. I don't give a fuck. I'll hang out with you in 20 minutes, but right now I need to watch what the fuck's going on." And they're like, "Oh, what are you watching?" I was like, "I'm not gonna explain anything. You can either sit the fuck in here or get the fuck out, dude." Because I was all about it, dude. I was fucking all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, I enjoy watching it. I wear it now. I have a couple My Hero shirts. I have a Naruto shirt. But by the way, the shirts they come out. They should be arriving around the 28th of July. It might have been here a couple days earlier, but what happened was I got an email that was like, make sure you like. Okay, so I did a 7-day order because I didn't have the money to buy all the T-shirts and then sell them individually, because that would have cost me like $1,000. And I'm still saving up my money to build a studio here, so I can like, instead of doing it by phone, I want to get a powerful enough PC to where like I can pull your face on half of it, you know, when you guys, because most of my guests are, you know, going to be virtual. You know, if I ever did make it, it'd be cool to get a studio where actually people would want to fly into. But I also think it'd be cool if you built this actually into a studio, and then if anybody was like touring in Michigan, I'd be like, "Hey, come through on my podcast, and this is where I live too, because I'm poor."
So Nikki and so the shirt she said they should get to the house our house around the 28th, right?
Yeah.
So we're making a cross-country trip to Nevada after the semester ends. And so I'll wear the shirt. I'm going to see if I can get Nikki to do it too.
In Vegas.
Wear the shirt, well, in Vegas, but as we travel across the country as well. So every time we stop for gas,
yeah,
I walk around, people can see it.
Super appreciate that.
And I'll take pictures and kind of document it on social media.
Yo, if you take pictures, I will like if you just send them to me, and I will also like retweet them, like, or you can throw them up on your Twitter, and I'll retweet them for you. You know.
Okay, and sounds good. And we're gonna take a trip, obviously, depending on, we don't know if anything's gonna open up, but I don't think. I mean, we could still do stuff outside. So, because where we're going in Nevada is at Munger's house.
Yeah.
It's 4 hours from Los Angeles. We're gonna go to Hollywood to do a little trip in Hollywood for a day for Nikki's birthday.
Hell yeah,
dude. And so I'm gonna wear the shirt around Hollywood.
It's tight.
And,
I almost just want to send you a second one so you can have two.
Start sending them out to people. But yeah, I'll document that stuff for you at the cross-country trip, and then wearing the shirt in LA, and then in Vegas.
I hope they come out good quality. I mean, they should.
Custom Ink always puts out some good stuff.
Oh, someone's texting me. You can't read it. Get off my screen. Oh, no. Well, I'll say with that oh, man. Here, hold on. I'm going to fix it. People are messaging. Okay. Anyways. But yeah, man, I super appreciate that. And that's all these shirts are, dude. It's a big marketing move, okay? It's a big move for me I make no profit. I'm just trying to get more listeners. Like I said, I got 4 the other day in Ireland. Unless 4 people are using like VPNs and fucking with me, I get some pulls from Ireland and some pulls from Sweden. So if you're one of my fucking Irish fans, just hit me up in the comments or message me on Twitter, JTFJville or JTFJville.com. Just let me know if you're from Ireland, and I'll at least send 1 T-shirt to Ireland, because I think that'd be sick. And my whole thing is just wear my face with my show on it, and people might Google it, and then even if they don't like it, I'm at least pulling in more attention. Because if I could do this full time and get fucking sponsored and make it, dude, man, game over.
It's the dream, you know?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong. Like, I've said this before. I'm like, I 100% believe that you're going to make it one day.
Dude, thank you.
Just like, I hope to make it with what I want to do. But
right.
All it takes is one time. And so if, let's say hypothetically on this trip, if the right person, right, were to see the shirt,
Right.
not even talk to me, just see the shirt, and I have no clue who they are.
Right.
And they're like, huh. And they Google it, and they watch it or listen to it, and they go, wow, I really like this guy. This guy has potential. You know, reaches out to you, and then bam, you never know.
When's your trip to, what month is your trip?
End of July into August.
Okay, so what
So
I'm going to do...
So right around July 30th.
Okay, so I know you got stuff to do, so what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write this down because that's what you got. That's how I stop. Like when I write jokes these days, I stop what I'm doing. I write my jokes. Business cards. So I've been thinking about doing business cards and then like shipping them with T-shirts and stuff like that. So I'll make some business cards today. I'll get them shipped to my house, and then I'll mail you like an envelope of like 20 of them. And if you see any like Post-it boards, dude, just stick them to the boards in Hollywood. So
Will do.
I appreciate it, Frank. Thanks for coming on the 40th episode of the JT Show. Anything that you want to anything you want to say to my like 10 viewers?
Stay safe, and I mean, this is the perfect time to catch up on shows, video games, and spend time with family. So
Hell yeah, brother.
stay safe.
Hell yeah. All right, man.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm gonna pause it on here, but signing out, Captain's Log, 40th episode.